Hello, Kaiko here, and welcome to the chaos. Let's go.
Oh. That's why we couldn't find anybody. I thought we were going to speak alone. This is a lot more people than I was expecting. It's a lot more people than I was expecting too. This is why I couldn't find them. I said we'd probably be able to find Tignari somewhere. Well, no, because all of these guys are checking on Collei. What's wrong with it? Even the doctor said, Darrell, Shifa allowed patients to be accompanied by family members. Oh, family. Well, if Collei doesn't mind a secret being revealed, I have no problem with it. Thanks for being so considerate, Miss Nicole. I don't know what secret you mean, but whatever it is, there's no need for me to hide it from my closest friends. Closest friends? Oh, it's so nice to hear that. We're here to support Collei through this. Alright, in that case, I'll get right to it. Collei, are you aware that there are god remains inside your body? I am. When I was young, I got sick with Elazar. Nothing could cure it. The Fatui came with my mom and dad, they could help, and I was sent to an unfamiliar place. There were a lot of other kids just like me there. This creepy guy injected us with some strange medicine, which I heard contained god remains. I can still remember the pain like it was yesterday, but thanks to the friends who stuck by me all this time, I've gradually been able to overcome those memories. Anyway, so you're saying that what happened to me has something to do with the god remains they injected me with? Yes, those were the remains of Nabi Malikata, the goddess of flowers. Oh, interesting. Because she's such a nice god, this feels very cursed. What? Huh, fascinating. You don't seem surprised at the rest of us. Why? The possibility crossed my mind when Collei recited the Goddess of Flowers song and calmed the Jinn. Ah, you haven't jumped. What are you doing here, Lilliput? I was merely passing through when I heard the name of the Goddess of Flowers. Be assured I share your surprise. You with the hat, are you certain? I sense no trace of the Lord of Flowers within her. Well, it is a very small fragment. Unless special methods are used to manifest its power, even our closest acquaintances would find it near impossible to detect. As in, poems and prayers, it says. Special methods, poems and prayers. After the goddess passed away, her remains were scattered across the desert. King Deshret gathered all the pieces he could find and buried them in the Eternal Oasis, but some fragments remained unaccounted for. Eventually, the Fatui must have found a way to track some of them down, presumably for use in some experiment. It's not an uncommon occurrence. You're more shaken than I thought. In one sense, you've been extraordinarily lucky, so people who yearn for this kind of power never attain it. Yet you have coexisted with her all this time without even realizing it. I don't know what to say. I'm glad I could help everyone with this power, really, but knowing that a fragment of the Goddess of Flowers is inside my body it's a strange feeling. Well, people value their autonomy very highly. Even a well-intentioned intruder can shake one's sense of self. I understand how you feel, Collei, but once you get used to it, you'll find something to be concerned about. Oh yeah, here's a fragment of Hermanubis. 2 fragments, actually, because he took Sethos's, I think. I guess you of all people have a good reason to speak on this. 2 good reasons, in fact. Incidentally, 3 is the maximum number of Hermanubis bar fragments that I could bear. Why do you know that? Oh, well, they put a picture for us. One of King Deshret's 7 pillars, Saint Hermanubis, the greatest of sages. The only one among the 7 pillars to ascend from humanity to the rank of a god's familiar. Born of the Tignar people, he was a sage and warrior known far and wide. Sincere, steadfast, kind, and steady, he's earned widespread respect. He was the guide of all priests, and within the academic world, he is honored as a foundational figure of desert civilization. Following the passing King Deshret, Hermanubis led his people to the city of Tutatula, where he founded the Temple of Science to preserve and steward all manner of knowledge. To safeguard this lofty and hidden order, he shattered himself so his power might be inherited by those who come after. This day, the members of the Temple of Science raise their voice in praise of Hermanubis. His name endured through the ages, and his valor remained immortal across all time. As for his peers among the 7 pillars, whether they admit it or not, all held a deep-seated respect for Hermanubis. Even now, a millennium later, the mention of his name stirs memories of the days when they once gathered together in fellowship. Let me guess, because 2 is company but 3 is a crowd? Wait, was this a pun? Thanks for helping to explain the joke, Tignari. Not my intention. Goddess preserves me, I should take my leave. This boy in his wolf's head hat speaks much too differently from the hominibus I remember. She doesn't like his puns. And he scared her off. Collei, all I'm trying to say is, no matter how many hominibus fragments there are within me, you wouldn't think of me as hominibus in the same way you are simply you. Yeah, I know what you mean. So about that dream I had, was it a warning from the goddess of flowers? Yes, just like me, she was an angel created by the primordial humans, born with the instincts to guide living beings. Oh. Though her body and soul have perished, her essence retains its natural instincts. Even her smallest remaining fragments would do their utmost to send you that warning. The mother of dreams thought of flowers and oases. She must have had a premonition. This is why she gave that dream to you. We won't let her efforts go to waste. But I still don't understand. Why me? Yes, why indeed. You weren't the only one injected with god remains, but only in you have her fragments persisted. I suspect it may be because of the firm will you showed in the face of suffering. If she was likely assimilated by that will. Of course, it doesn't mean you have to shoulder any extra responsibility. As this young man said, you are who you are, and that will not change. Alright, any further questions from the family members of the patient? If not, we should head to the mausoleum of King Deshret. Let's move out. Time to put our plan into action. I hope it will work, but will we really be able to open Aaru? And even if all 7 pillars of King Deshret agree to let us proceed, the scale of the work to follow is daunting to say the least. Haven't you handled other big projects before? I mean, the biggest project I've worked on to date is probably the Palace of Alcazazre, I guess. But this is orders of magnitude beyond that. It's a total nightmare. Look at the bright side. At least this time you're actually here when Sumeru needs you most. You won't have to come asking me for details after the fact. Oh, this is a dig at the fact that he missed the previous Sumeru Archon quest, isn't it? Because I don't even know where he was. He just wasn't here. Mock me all you want, but now that I'm here, things will be resolved far more quickly and smoothly than last time. However, self-doubt disappeared in an instant, like magic. Well, this confidence is most gladdening. Now go and pack your things. We'll head to the mausoleum as soon as you're ready. Oh, that was very cute. And it was adorable. And it makes sense. Because, I mean, Tignari and Sidon are basically Collei's dads. Basically. And I guess Ahytham and Kaveh must be her uncles then. And it just makes sense. It makes sense. Oh, wait, there's more people to talk to. Okay, now because I can see Kaveh, so now we gotta check if anyone's hiding in these rooms. They're probably all in the middle room. But I thought that last time, and then I found the robot. So we gotta check. Okay, we gotta check. Anyone here? No? Cool. Now we gotta go across. We gotta check this room. Anyone here? No, because they've all moved out. And then we gotta check the other side as well. Or was that side blocked off? Oh, never mind, I found the quest. Oh, Mr. Cole, I heard you're a very talented sculptor. Is that true? Oh, I don't know. I wouldn't want to blow my own trumpet. Honestly, even though Kushara is best known for its focus on mechanics, plenty of Kushara scholars are quite serious about sculpting as a hobby. So if they rate your work, that's enough for us. We just have to take a look. Who's we? Myself and a few other scholars. Kashif, Dinish Shafar, come take a look. Well, if you insist, I suppose there's no harm in showing you. Whoa, where did that come from? Look at the little detail, it's so lifelike. The scroll descends from the heavens like a champion, and the earth trembles beneath its feet. What do you think? Striking, isn't it? Kaveh? Ah, Kaveh, come in for a sec. Oh, and Madame Farazan, didn't you used to study in our darshan? Come take a look. Alright, but hang on a moment, I have to finish reviewing this proposal first. Gentleman, you called, what is it? Youngster? A squirrel statue, isn't it cute? Oh, a squirrel. I wouldn't say cute per se. The realism is what stands out to me. Were you trying to carve a statue of a hero, young lady? Oh! Young lady doesn't work so well for Nicole. A hero? I suppose so. Actually, I didn't really have a specific theme in mind. I just started working on it, and this is how it turned out. I see. Well, do you tend to read novels about heroes in your spare time? As a matter of fact, I do quite enjoy those. Everyone loves a good tale of daring do, right? Then perhaps the statue represents the heroic tale you long to see deep down inside. Also on the subject of heroism, I feel that if the subject posed with a finger raised towards the heavens, it would lend a greater gravitas to the overall image. I'm sure some would call it cliché or old-fashioned, but not me. I think it would be a perfect fit. It has a certain classical beauty about it. Cover? Cover? Sorry, Madame Farazan, I'm a little busy right now. Don't wait up for me. What a pity. That young man has excellent aesthetic taste. I was hoping to ask him for his opinion. What a genius idea. Why didn't I think of this? Classical beauty is the great direction to explore. That's it. Once I get back, I'm going to sculpt a heroic squirrel pointing its finger towards the sky. Precisely. A declaration of victory. You understand my vision. Then place the two statues face to face. Yes, that's exactly what I was thinking. It'll be a masterpiece, miss. I'm sorry, I didn't catch your name. Just call me Nicole. Madame Farazan, was it? What? No, that wouldn't be right. Why ever not? Madam is a state of mind, cultivated from within. Anyone may call me Madam if they so desire. My dear Mr. Galt, once you make it through these trying times, should we have the pleasure of meeting again, I shall look forward to seeing your new work. In this day and age, it's rare to find people with an appreciation for classical aesthetics. Meeting you was truly a pleasant surprise. Honestly, I feel the same way. It's been a long time since I met anyone interested in this statue. Clearly they don't call you Madam for nothing. Also, I have to say, you're a very good judge of character, because when I think about it, I really am someone who likes stories about heroes. That must be why I've quietly kept watch over generation after generation of them. Oh, is this when Madame Farazan figures out that she's older? Sorry, keeping watch over heroes, what exactly do you do for a living? Oh, never mind that. Let's not tell Madame Farazan about Mr. Cole's true identity for now. Good idea, let's limit the conversation to aesthetics. Oh, that was all a fun little interaction. Okay. Oh, that's so cute. Okay, this is good. I thought that it was like, no, this was intentionally only... Okay, that's good. I thought I'd like miss talking to people, but no. This is the talking to people. Yes. Let's not tell Madame Farazan about Mr. Cultural Identity for now. Good idea, let's limit the conversation to aesthetics. Yep, okay. And these guys don't want to talk. And then... So that must be where we actually need to go. And is Carver still over here by himself? Yep. And then... Oh, Collei's over here. Hi, Mom. Thanks again for your notes. I'm done copying, so here you go. You're welcome. Just let Paimon know if you ever need help again. And then Layla's still here, talking about books. And then these two are here. What's wrong? You look a little depressed. Well, I got a fragment of the Goddess of Flowers. All I got was one of the 7 pillars you served under King Deshret. I lost out, didn't I? That's what you're upset about? You're such a child. Do you think that's actually what he's upset about? I hope not. Anyway, this is the side... Oh no, that's the exit corridor. That's the one we came down. Is this one the one that's locked? Yeah, that one's blocked. So we're gonna check the other doorway now. But other than that... I mean, like, our item should be somewhere, right? And Sethos. Actually, Sethos wasn't there. He wasn't participating in the friends and family, so he might not be here. But our item could be. Or does the robot live here permanently? I don't remember. There's a chance that Tignari gave it to the Temple of Silence at some point. And I forgot. That could have happened. Okay, nothing's here. Let's go. Now, who do you think is going to come with me to see Aaru? Because I think we've been there before with Jet and her dad. I mean, Nefa's coming. I'm trying to think, because they always give you like one party's worth, right? Ooh. Actually, yeah. Here there are some people. Hello. Good to finally meet you in the flesh. It's a little surreal seeing you here after exchanging letters for so long. In my head, the boss of the Curatorium and Secret didn't look so young. Sounds like you have some history then. Any budding mercenary group needs a steady supply of intel. They, in turn, provide exceptional sources of the same. The Curatorium and Secret is happy to cooperate with friends from all over the world. If you're interested, you'd be very welcome to join our network too, Miss Dea. Can't say no to a solid partnership, especially not out here in the desert. Having intel can mean the difference between life and death. The cooperation's built on mutual trust, and there isn't much contact between the desert and Outcry, so I'm guessing you reached out to Jet first, Miss Nefa? What's behind your interest in the desert? Nostalgia, or is there someone you're looking to take care of? Let's put all the cards on the table first. Things will go more smoothly that way. Ooh, I like your style, Flame Mate. Actually, I had this same discussion with Jet before we started working together. To be clear, I have no intention of using you for any ulterior motives, and I have no enemies in the desert as things stand now. But that's change. I wouldn't drag outsiders into a conflict that doesn't concern them. There's no point in doing certain things if you don't do them yourselves, wouldn't you agree? Well said. Taking responsibility for one's own affairs is the way of the desert folk. It's like you're one of us. You sure that's a compliment? Absolutely. I'll take it. Perhaps we can discuss our cooperation in more detail now? Sure, I love working with no-nonsense people, and you certainly fit that description. I look forward to a fruitful partnership. As do I, my friends. Oh, that's nice. I like that the three, Sumeru desert ladies are getting along and vibing. I am a little bit scared that they're going to take over the world, though. But I'm sure that'll be fine. We're friends with them. We'd come out on top. Anyway. Let's get going. Ooh, map! Okay. It's like a Tignari, Nefa, Cyno, and Sethos. And then Jet. And us. Okay. Interesting. Actually, to be fair, it does seem like a very Sethos Cyno type thing. I don't think Tignari was going to let Cyno go alone. Alright, everyone's ready. We'll be arriving at our destination very shortly. Oh, Nafis came too. Oh yes, I remember this place. Investigate Aaru's shut. Why we've not seen so many visitors ever, really? Oh, why we've not seen so many visitors ever, really? What is this place now? A tourist attraction? Ah, close inspection reveals many familiar faces. To what degree dusty old fellows owe the honour? Surely you're not just here to chat. You surmise correctly. We are here to carry out a rather enormous project. Oh, enormous, you say? How large then? Larger than the gaping void in our lives? Why, you've even put a smile on Goatee and Crocco's faces. All this activity is making for quite the special day. Ha ha ha. I know that laugh, Lilapa. What on earth are you doing here? Oh, this is hilarious. Turns out a good thing really do come to those who wait, as long as you stay alive long enough. And you three get locked up in here, and so you act all high and mighty, putting on a show for the younglings. Truly hysterical. Why, you... Yes, I know, no need to shout. You're right. Lilapa, Goatee, Crocco, and I all had the same problem. Didn't King Dash see your way? How did you break free, and how did you get in here? Who knows? Perhaps you can ask my master one day, should you ever get the chance. Behold the executioners of old. Some turn into fragments residing in human bodies, and others are imprisoned eternally. Some turn into fragments residing in human bodies, and others are imprisoned eternally, leaving not a single shard behind. It's almost tragic, watching lowly prisoners like you act all self-important. Curiosity gnaws at you, doesn't it? Your interest in the outside world threatens to burst you at the seams. I'm starting to take a liking to this magical bottle lady. Time is of the essence, let's get down to business. We come to you, O3 Ancient Lords, to request your assistance on behalf of the Academia. If we can help you regain your freedom, then please consider lending us your aid. We're gonna free them? That doesn't sound like a good idea. As for precisely what we need your help with, it's a long story, so to demonstrate our sincerity, we are prepared to first resolve the problems that plague the three of you. Alright, stop arguing, Croco and Ghosty, don't you start. What's the harm in letting her speak? It's not worth getting so angry about. Forget about her, the 3 questions are the crucial thing here. Do you really have a way to answer them? You once answered the final question, never, but the seal did not open. Unless with the passage of time you found a new answer. You could say so. When you first asked me what determines truth and falsehood, my answer was a liar's soul. Ooh. I like it. Liars are the best at seeing through the falsehoods of the world, but if you want them to tell you the truth, you have to reach their soul. I think that makes sense. I found it quite compelling myself, and I told Nefer so. Unfortunately, it brought us no closer to liberation. Well, that's simply because it was my answer, not the one that King Desha was looking for. Can you guess which answer Alamar wanted then? Time. Ooh. And that's not only the answer to the final question, it's the answer to all 3 of them. All things wax and wane with the passage of time, love and hate eventually fade into nothing. Current affairs are always fraught with conflict and controversy. Only time can distinguish between right and wrong. You once described King Desha as a proud man. I'd say the prouder someone is, the more inclined they are to believe that only time is qualified to be their judge. Time, well. Indeed, perhaps in building Aaru, our king was in fact attempting to reverse time to bring love and hate, right and wrong, the rise and fall of all things back to their point of origin. Oh, we unsealed them. That doesn't seem good. Oh, wait, the statues disappeared. Oh, there's people. Oh my gosh. Anyway, oh, Top Hat G. Hello. Welcome. Yay, streaming. We're doing the Archon quest, if you can tell. To defeat yes, it was let's get down to business to defeat the Huns. Yes, most definitely. Well, in this case, to defeat the Fatui, I guess. Phew. This is the most eventful day I have experienced in a long time. You have my sincere gratitude. Are those 3 of the 7 pillars? 10 of the statues were quite faithful to the source. You 3 seem to be in good spirits. Okay, let's see. This is Thoth. One of King Desha's 7 pillars, the scribe of scribes, the Ibis King. Once a moon envoy, he could once have stood among the gods, only to be defeated by King Desha and brought into his service. Among the 7 pillars, the Ibis King embodies the wisdom of King Dashut. He is exceedingly cunning, possessed of formidable intellect, and prowess for offering counsel to King Dashut. Within Sumeru's academic circles, some scholars believe that many of the desert's upheavals can be traced to this clever king. Certain texts record him as a flatterer and a god of deceit. After being imprisoned in Aaru by King Dashut, Thoth bestowed 3 gifts: the power of deceit upon the Totila noble Bodoraz, the power of being loved upon the Totila royal heiress Makaira, and the eyes of seeing through hearts upon a girl of the Shimti, Nefer. The long ages of torment have softened Thoth considerably, and his constant stream of jokes and witticisms now make him seem notably more approachable. Prison can help a person grow and learn to cherish what they have. Nonetheless, after everything you've done for me, I sincerely hope you never have to experience it for yourself. Hello, Nefer. It's good to see you, Thoth the Ibis King. Nice. Definitely puts my mind at ease seeing you 2 getting along so well. Should we maybe introduce ourselves, or... Sure. I'm Zethos, the current leader of the Temple of Silence. This is General Mahamatra Sino, and this is the former Spartan Sage Cyrus. I'm guessing none of that means a whole lot to you. Everything is equally new to us. In truth, we've been gone from this mortal world for longer than you can imagine. Okay, what did he say? This is Sobek, one of the King Deshut's 7 pillars, the captain of Captain Sobek the Crocodile King. He could once have stood among the gods, only to be defeated by King Dashut and brought into his service. On 7 pillars, the Crocodile King embodies the strength of King Dashut. While ruling over war with a hot-tempered and straightforward nature, he has also blessed the land with abundance. Statues are commonly found in oases and water temples. Legend tells that he was King Dashut's foremost general, who campaigned across many lands. Awed by his raw strength, tenacity, and fury, some mercenaries secretly worship him as their god. Sobek was once competitive and bellicose, but after being imprisoned in Aaru alongside Hoshaf and Thoth, he has had to pass the time with tabletop games and has since grown more easygoing. Okay, this is wisdom. He was the strength. And who was this? He was the... Wait. Blah, blah. Guide of priests. Okay, well that doesn't tell me. I just want to know what he was. Okay, he's just very brave and a good guy. Let's hold off on the introductions for now. We can always ask Nefer about them later. It'll give me something to talk about with my chosen disciple. You're like a helpless parent. Gods and people of yore are not necessarily welcome in today's world. Self-awareness is one of my finest qualities. I thought I had to share its fruits with you too. And this is Harishaf, one of King Geshin's 7 pillars, the Minister of Ministers, the Goat King. He could... Wait, is everybody the something for somethings? The Scribe of Scribes, the Captain of Captains, the Minister of Ministers, and he is Greatest of Sages, but I think he was the Priest of Priests. Sage of Sages? Guide of Priests. I don't know. He doesn't have a off thing. Anyway, he once stood amongst the gods, undefeated by King Deshret and brought to his service. Among 7 pillars, the Goat King embodies the rulership of King Deshret. His manner is enigmatic, his thoughts meticulous, he is the executor of King Deshret's authority, and he prefers to remain neutral. Generally, unless a matter of great consequence arises, Harishaf will offer no concrete opinion. Silence is his cunning, and observation is wisdom. It's hard to say why he has come to be this way, yet such is the way he exists. Even after being confined within Aaru, he seems essentially unchanged. Is that so? Well, I think we'll take it in stride, just as we did with the three questions. Let's not forget, it was my persistence that won you both your freedom. Fair point, I have to applaud your persistence. And I must praise you for your wisdom. Now state your wishes, young ones. Loving all of the Egyptian deities just hanging out here. Apep's the snake god you used in that board game you made. Oh! Apep! The Dendro Dragon! I like it. Well, Sumeru is full of deserts. I'm sorry? Wait, what? Oh, say your wishes. I'm sorry? Why, your tremendous accomplishment deserves a reward, do they not? You must let us do something for you in return. Got a Martra, what do you think? I won't beat around the bush. Sumeru is facing a crisis like the likes of which have never been seen before, and we need your help. So anyway, enough is recounting the various incidents that have transpired in Sumeru recently. Every calamity throughout the ages has been connected to us in one way or another, whether we were its cause or consequence. Whatever is wrong with Irminsul, it severely affected the Dendro Archon. She fell into a coma and is currently receiving treatment from the Dendro Dragon. The Dendro Dragon? I'm sorry, the Dendro Dragon is helping to heal the Dendro Archon? I know, I wouldn't believe it either. Not Apep, surely. Not vicious, cruel Apep who possesses no virtues aside from her basic instincts. Good heavens. I shudder to think what could have caused our Lord Kusanali to suffer such a plight. Still, why would the Dendro Dragon lend you her aid? She has always held nothing but contempt for the Archons. I suppose she and Kusanali must have some history. You can help us make history too. A smooth talker. Well said, lad. Certainly no one can currently no one can click to Irminsul. We hope that by opening up Aaru and making some modifications to it, we can use its technology to our advantage. Unfortunately, Aaru is an imperfect creation. King Deshret never managed to realize his full vision before his death. Much remains to be done if it is to be pitted against Irminsul itself. Besides, I hear reasons, but to give Aaru up over such would be... The archaeological records clearly indicate that although Aaru's construction took a long time, it was not beyond human means to achieve. One technology should solve the efficiency issues. We have no choice but to go all in on this. This is by no means a threat, but the only reason we helped you escape from Aaru was to gain the necessary leverage to negotiate with you. You asked us to say our wishes, and we have. Each one of us here needs your help, as do all the thousands of people living in Sumeru. They need you, and they need Aaru. What do we think, my fellow old fogies? Shall we lend our support or not? Since you asked so nicely, naturally. Naturally what? Are you for or against? They did say this guy never picks a side. I simply mean we shall do what comes naturally. You claim that you wish to open Aaru. Know you then that the golden slumber created by King Deshret is preserved within? The early form of the ideal paradise envisioned by King Deshret. Free from all limits and constraints, in essence, it is an illusionary realm formed from the convergence of countless souls and minds. We understand the risks involved. In all likelihood, the mortal world will never again be able to replicate King Deshret's work. Never will there be another chance to come so close to creating a utopia. Knowing this, are you sure of your decision? We are sure. Before people can dream, they must first live. If your minds are made up, very well, we shall summon our erstwhile colleagues to discuss this further. Saint Sheepshank, Saint Bennu, once you surrendered to silence and were buried with King Deshret, but now we invoke the right to awaken you with our voices. Okay. What's happening? I can feel this strange sensation. The ground is trembling as if answering the call of the Goat King. Saint Bennu, responding to your call, 3 kings detected, initiating autonomous will. Okay, who's this? Bennu. One of King Deshret's 7 pillars, Saint Bennu, the most radiant. Unlike the 3 kings, Bennu is an intelligent construct fashioned by King Deshret, who entrusted him with the duty of guarding the gates of Aaru. Bennu possesses a will of his own. He watches over the eternal utopia within Aaru, the golden slumber. Following the passing King Deshret, he ceased his own functions and fell into stillness. Despite being an intelligent construct, Bennu possesses a remarkably vivid personality. Serious and earnest, he detests having his plans disrupted, and has little tolerance for irresponsible colleagues. He has also frankly stated that among the 7 pillars, the colleague he admires most is Hermanubis, the Sage of Sages. Okay, so it seems like these guys are 3 kings. Then this is a saint. There's another saint. Hermanubis is one of them. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So we're at 6 out of 7. Because this is the other one. Saint Sheepshank, responding to your call, 3 kings detected, initiating autonomous will. Who is... yeah. One of the King Deshret's 7 pillars, Saint Sheepshank, the most holy. Unlike the 3 kings, Sheepshank is an intelligent construct fashioned by King Deshret, Alamar, who entrusted him with the duty of overseeing all the jinn of the world. Sheepshank possesses a will of his own. Following the passing of King Deshret, Alamar, he ceased his own function and fell into stillness. Though Sheepshank and Bennu are both intelligent constructs, their personalities are worlds apart. Where Bennu is severe, Sheepshank is leisurely. In times past, he would often wander the desert in his spare time, asking travelers all manner of questions. Driven by profound curiosity, he will tirelessly pursue any matter that piques his interest to its very heart. Looking back, this was perhaps because he oversaw Jinn, whose mother was Nabu Malakata, the goddess of flowers, an angel of wisdom who delighted in posing questions. Through what the Jinn relayed to him, Sheepshank too developed a fondness for inquiry. In short, Sheepshank believes that maintaining a leisurely air is a good thing, a piece of worldly wisdom for navigating life, a sentiment much to Bennu's annoyance. He also often thinks fondly of his old colleague, Hermanubis. We're meeting all of them today. Third base. Okay, I'm not getting the I don't know in third base. Is the I don't know because this guy deliberately tried to not answer? Or are you making out who's who? Who's on third thing? Reference? Yes, we 3 kings of Orient are. Indeed. You kept saying naturally. Which one's naturally? Third base or I don't know? And I didn't say naturally. The Goat King said naturally. Anyway, wait, what is this? This one looks a bit bird-like, and this cat-like? Sphinx-esque. It's a who's on first reference. Yes. Oh, it's naturally on third. I see. Anyway, autonomous will. Oh Lord. Hosha, for a long time it has been. I trust you are keeping well. I really wasn't expecting us to revive a bunch of old gods today. That you trust in my well-being has long outlived your physical body. You have always opened with that same phrase, in life, death, and now even beyond. Oh, they used to have physical bodies. We did say it was a construct, but maybe this is the construct? Alamar is long gone. What is the reason for this meeting? You're awake. Good. We are voting on whether to give the people of present-day Sumeru access to Aaru and permit them to perform technological renovations. You have the right to support or oppose the notion. Aaru is the pride of Alamar. Opening Aaru requires the unanimous consent of the 7 pillars. I hope you have a convincing reason to present to us. He was currently in the midst of a major calamity. Let us not forget that while Alamar was the stern ruler, he was also a teacher of wisdom. A god without the people his people shall cease to exist, and King Deshret's greatest wish was to provide protection for his people. Let us then honor our God King's wishes as we consider our decision. I didn't mean to mock these proceedings, but what is the point of a unanimous vote when we know that the last of the 7 pillars, the Dendro Dragon Apex, will never communicate with us? Wait, the Dendro Dragon is one of them? Oh, that's the 7th pillar. Oh, wait, actually, it does say that, doesn't it? Here. It says, one of King Deshret's 7 pillars, Dragon King, the Supreme Spirit. The name was devised by King Deshret and the other 6 pillars, and Apex herself dismisses it with disdain. Oh, okay, that makes 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I guess Sino counts as Hermanubis. Well, actually, we do have communication with Apex. She's got Nahida. Anyway, what's the point of unanimous vote if we know that the last pillar will never communicate with us? This will no doubt surprise you, mechanical mind, and I have no intention of trying to persuade you it's true, but Apex is, in fact, healing the Dendro Archon as we speak. The 3 dots of silence. Can someone attest to this? Do we have any proof? I asked the 3 kings, can any of you vouch for the truth of this claim? Naturally, the Ibis King, Thoth. What? It was Thoth's disciples who revealed the truth to us. We need not debate its veracity, simply let Thoth bear accountability. That way the rest of us may have a clear conscience. Herstaff, you diabolical fiend! I wakened up all my colleagues for you supported your opinion and backed your decision. What sort of fiend would do that? I miss the days when Hermanubis was still around. At times like this, he would offer to take accountability. What are you trying to say? Is my word worth less to you than Hermanubis's? Hypocrite though you are, Lord Thoth, you are humorous in equal measure. How can we bear not to associate with a character such as you? I, Saint Chestbank, approve the Goat King's proposal. Since King Deshret is no more, we shall receive no reprimand for acting beyond our remit. Nevertheless, I sincerely hope that those before us understand the significance of what they intend to do. I remember the moment that Aaru is liberated, the myriad souls residing within the Golden Temple return to the ley lines, and once the ley lines flow again, these souls shall in turn be received by Irminsul. Take the step is to bring the perfect afterlife created by our king to a permanent end. Oh, well that's a bit sad. Okay, naturally was one of them was saying to confirm, the other thought it was his name. Oh! I see. We understand that well, and we have decided to proceed regardless. Furthermore, the contemporary human perspective would contend that confining souls in this way is no act of benevolence. The deceased have a right to rest in peace. King Deshret's creation is clearly a place of rest and peace. It is just that. Many do not see it this way. But no matter, Saint Bennu approves. Hermanubis' representative and the Dendro Dragon Apex made their choice ahead of time, while the Great King, Ibis King, and Crocodile King have also granted permission to liberate Aaru. By the grace of His Majesty, guided by his wisdom and will, let the gates of Aaru be reopened. Ooh. Does that mean if we come back here later, the statues are just going to be gone? Because this is going to change the world, right? Ooh, all the souls! I love that there are bird souls in there. Hey, look at that! What's this? Are we under attack? No, wait, it's... Oh, is that her dad? These look like souls. Silhouettes approach us from within the light, then pass through our bodies like wind through a veil. Here you are, through the sands of time, I see you. Father? Father? Is it really you? Oh. It's Jet's father, Gabriel. That's right, he entered the golden slumber, didn't he? I saw blood and sand on you. You've grown, strong as a wild beast, and without shedding a tear. You have to leave, don't you? Please just answer me this. What should I do for you? This meeting is a blessing from the gods. My soul, once imprisoned along with that of Samuel, is finally free. I'm truly grateful for the chance to see you again. Though the dead should meet, the living is itself a miracle. One brief, precious moment is enough to set my heart at ease. I knew we'd been here before. Do not weep for me, Jet. I know you will accomplish many great things in your life. You will go further and climb higher than I ever did. All I ask is that you take good care of yourself. And now he's gone. Oh! Oh, he turned into a bird. Is that where all the birds came from? Father! Father. Hey, Jet, do you want something to eat? Maybe it'll help you feel better. I'm fine. Thanks, Paimon. It was just a little sudden. The chance to see my father again meant the world to me. He was trapped in the golden slumber for our sake, and now, after this time, he can finally rest in peace. I'm glad. It's a huge relief. You've grown strong, Jet. More than enough to fend for yourself. Yeah, I'll leave the past my memory where it belongs, my family, the good times and the bad. Goodbye, Father. Me, what a touching reunion that was. It seems we did a good deed today. With you retainers once in prison for our iniquity, are we the least qualified to judge whether this deed is good or bad? Either way, Aaru is open, now you have your opportunity, and with it, whatever trouble may ensue. Although Aaru was created by God, human craftsmanship was nevertheless required to build the gate that connects it to this world. Perhaps the relationship between gods and humanity follows a similar principle. As for your proposed renovations, we cannot determine which functions to keep or discard. Proceed as you see fit, but please entrust the task to your most accomplished scholars, or Benny will be most displeased. It matters not, the Ibis King shall be accountable if any problems arise. Ibis, you chose to take on disciples, and so it follows that you must accept the risks of associating with humans. If I'd known you'd be like this, I would have locked all of you away in Aaru, never to leave again for all of eternity. All of us? What does this have to do with me? But if I me no further, scholars, since you have liberated Aaru, allow me to present you with a gift. Using Aaru's power, we shall install a defense mechanism at our king's mausoleum. You must be guarded against even Elemental itself. This shall afford you some convenience. Unseen and unheard, from the moment forth, none may be sight or hearing. What? Unseen and unheard, from this moment forth, none may, by sight or hearing, perceive anything said or done from within the mausoleum. Amazing, and all this is achieved just with the power of Aaru? Technology from the heavens, the possibilities are endless. Just because King Deshret did not use it for this purpose does not mean that it cannot be done. So marvel away, this is the reward you have earned. Alright, well that resolves the issue of confidentiality. What about the technical side? Do we have the manpower? Why yes, I've already contacted them. They'll be here soon. Ooh, good! One act complete, because we've got one more to go. Ooh, this place is funky. Okay, we gotta go that way, but until then, I'm gonna chat to everybody. Fresh air, a wonderful feeling. Naturally. I have some urge to stretch my legs. Can anyone recommend a suitable leisure activity? I might have some recommendations for you, whether it's the past, but here and now, for someone who has just left prison, there could be no greater joy than simply being outside of it at last. I could not agree more. This guy, absolutely useless. Also, I am just Kaiko? That was unexpected. I tried to use Nahida, if that wasn't obvious. As I thought, the so-called 7 Pillars of King Deshret are as underwhelming as ever. What do you mean? Not a fan of the boys' club? As men, as individuals, and even as gods, they are entirely undeserving of my attention. Alamar once commanded me to select a king from among the people, so naturally my eyes will open only for one who is worthy. Ugh, can we talk about something else? It all sounds pretty complicated and I haven't read that many storybooks. Keeping as a mystery, well, many would also say that the journey you shared with your father is naught but a tale. My life, your life, they are nothing but stories. Little girl, it appears you really have grown. In the past, you would have flinched a blind range at my words, but now you are unperturbed. I always think, I just feel like you're right. Getting all pissed at something for telling the truth is pointless. It only makes me look petty. This alone is proof enough of your growth. You're doing well, my dear girl. You're becoming even stronger, strong enough to defend the people and things you hold dear. You think so? I hope you're right. Aw, I love the little Jet. We're getting a little Jet conclusion, and like I remember Jet, she was lovely, and now she's getting a little bit of time, and she got to see her dad again, and it's all just very pleasant, you know? All just very pleasant. Now, where's Tignari and so on? Are they outside? Maybe they're outside. Oh no, they're over here. On this side. What are you two talking about? You must be Sethos, the successor of the Temple of Silence. Hello. Yep, that's me. Nefer, right? That's what I heard the others calling you. Judging by your outfit, I'm guessing you come from the desert too? That's right, started off in the desert, went to the rainforest, and then went from there to Nokrai, where I work as an intel broker. Ah, well, this is interesting. You don't seem to talk about yourself all that much, yet here you are volunteering your life story to me. How that abridged? Maybe I'm looking to make some new friends. I like making friends too. I'm easier to talk to than Sino, and a little more streetwise than Tignari. Which is why you came over this way, giving me the chance to strike up a conversation with you. Well, ain't that obvious? I think you did fine. You're mindful of my attitude and hope to lure me in through sentiment. Lure you in isn't exactly how I'd put it. I see it more as an invitation. An invitation to what? To put down your luggage, lay down your burdens, to return to your homeland and be truly welcome in the place you once felt so estranged from. You're a more interesting heir to the Bamon than I was expecting. As you're familiar with my grandfather, I'll assume you're aware of our situation. I'd like to make friends with you, and I think you'd be a great asset to us. Not to mention the power you and I both hold originally belonged to the same organization. There we go. Now we're getting somewhere. Ooh. Deals are being made. And now here we have 2 generations. These 2 and their dads. Well, I don't think that's Tignari's dad, but like, same difference. Teachers, I guess. And what's your prize student doing? What else would he be doing? Whatever yours is, eh? And Collei's with them, I suppose. These kids are rarely apart, are they? Our elders always said your school days stay with you forever. This goes doubly so for Sumeru, where school days can be long indeed, wouldn't you say? Well, does it look like I'm immune, saddled as I am with you and Zaha Hadid? Oh, what's that? Tired of us already? And speaking of Zaha Hadid, she mentioned you out of the blue. She mentioned out of the blue how you doodle on your books while studying. That's hardly all I used to do while hating the books. Said you once circled the name of the murderer in a detective novel, and that, just in case someone missed it, you even wrote the murderer is so-and-so. As a hint, on the title page no less. Did I now? I suppose I always was the creative type. I would laugh it up, would you? Young Cyrus really was a budding genius, wasn't he? Full of wild ideas more like, and you're still very much that kid, you know? A living example of how your school days stick with you. As they have with you straight-laced prig. You know what? Let's leave it at that. Let's all bear with one another rather than expect us to turn our lives around or something. Truth be told, you should probably keep an eye on Simon and his friends. We'll all need to tread more carefully than we used to. I will. Take care of yourself as well, right? Don't let the pressure get to you. These guys are like old friends. And let's see what these guys are talking about. Do you hear that? Sounds like your teacher scolding mine. Oh, okay, we did this in the right order. Classic. Did you see her? She's a former Vahamana student who dropped out of the academia and went to Nokrai to work as an intel broker. There's more to her than meets the eye. How can you tell? Did much of information on her? Some, but nothing telling. I'm basing it on the fact that she seems to be an expert liar. She can fool many with her words. A sixth sense for liars after investigating so many of them, I take it. Yep, what about you? What do you make of her? A little earlier in the corner, I noticed she gave some supplies to Jet and had her deliver them to the main group. She's meticulous and highly observant. Besides, what was it you said? Making it to the top is no easy feat in any profession. Anyone at the top of their game has to have some sort of edge over others. It's true, but she's not the only one at the top of her game. I also am, and so are you. Sure, but what's the guarantee she won't overhear us talking about her? Don't worry, I have many methods. Sethos is distracting her. Oh, I have my methods. Sethos is distracting her. Ah, see. Wait, oh, I don't want to do it again. Okay. I love that these guys got a full animated section for it, whereas everyone else, you just stood there next to them. But these guys, they got a whole conversation. But yes. I love these guys. It's so fun. Okay, let's go this way, and I guess we can trigger the next bit of the quest then. Oh, here's our Heithman Kaveh. You must be the ones tasked by the Academia with renovating Aaru? That's right, good afternoon, I'm Kaveh, and these two are Temezi and Maizaburi. Hey Heithman, come and introduce yourself. You've met before, this is Thoth, the Ibis King, and everyone knows these two. Afternoon, gentlemen. I've only ever seen these two in murals. The paintings of the temple. They show us chatting, playing cards, playing chess, precisely the activities we most enjoy, funnily enough. No, only you enjoy playing chess, we were just humouring you. I wouldn't go that far. Back to the matter at hand, a preliminary assessment by the Academia indicates that this project requires expertise in various disciplines, including the deciphering of ancient texts, mechanical engineering, and the restoration of ancient ruins and elemental theory. The most capable minds in their respective fields are here before you. If there are no objections, we'd like to begin our work. Wait, let me repeat. Deciphering of ancient texts. Okay, them two. Mechanical engineering and the restoration of ancient ruins and elemental theory. Okay, so he's ancient texts. Mechanical engineering? Engineering, maybe? Ruins? And elemental theory? The artisans who built Aaru for Alamar gave their very lives to create this splendid work. Follow their example by giving your utmost devotion to this project. I didn't know that. We'll do our best, of course, but we certainly won't be sacrificing our lives. Don't tell them that! Such brazen words! Humans' days are a far cry from their ancestors. What little respect you show for King Deshret. No, that's not what he meant. Please don't mind him. He shares your sentiments, just not your, penchant for hyperbole. Assuming that's what you were going for. I just think it's important to manage expectations. Forgive my lack of courtesy, but we simply can't sacrifice our lives to the gods on completion of the project like people in the legends of old. Here's the first draft of the project proposal for your perusal. Please let us know if you have any requests. I tried to say regrets, and I was like, uh-oh, it's too early for regrets. Normally I'd have made it look a lot more visually appealing, but we were really pressed for time on this occasion. I hope you'll forgive me if it's a little rougher on the edges. Naturally. My fellow ministers deem this meager display of respect sufficient. I suppose I can consider agreeing to their proposal. Why are you so preoccupied with the ostentatious displays of respect to Alamar? We should be trying to make things easy for them. You never know, we might have to rely on these young people to look after us in our old age. Exactly. This is Aaru's mainframe. Be reminded to use it with great caution. We certainly will. Thank you for your assistance. You may attempt to lay out punishments should you so desire, though I'm afraid it would be futile. You and I both know that certain components of Aaru can only be operated by humans. King Deshret always believed in humanity. Still, the reason that Aaru's modules are designed that way is not so much because he trusted them, but more because he was wary of you. Is that true? No wonder human artisans helped to build Aaru then. He actually required human assistance to create his greatest work? Naturally. Have you noticed that the Goat King keeps giving superficial responses? It's like he's just going through the motions and leaving the real debate to his colleagues. He understands the art of perfunctory speech. That's what earned him his position as the Minister of Ministers. It seems the rumours about King Deshret being a poor judge of character are baseless after all. It's easy being blunt, but it sounds suspiciously like you're putting yourself on a pedestal and mocking me. You're mistaken, and while there's nothing strictly wrong with making every conversation about yourself, it's not exactly a positive tendency either. Zoom in on them. You, whatever. I knew it'd be like this working with you. Alright, let me pass. I need to look at this console. It's your job to activate it, after all. Let's begin. Everyone, please proceed with the external checks and preparations as per the procedures outlined in the engineering plan. These two. They work so well and so badly with each other. Beats, you're off. I have a tremendous rest of the stream and upcoming week, and I'll see you Wednesday. Yes, I will also see you Wednesday. Have a good week next week. Hopefully you don't melt in the sun, and yeah. Hopefully I will see you on Wednesday. Have a good sleep. Yes. Have a good evening. And I will see you next time. For the Nikki stream. Hello there, youngsters. Whoa, the Ibis King came to life. What do you mean came to life? I've been alive the whole time. You did say we can start our research, right? Are you having second thoughts now? I review the proposal. The work you're planning to carry out on this grand device is ambitious in its scope. You have ample confidence in your abilities, I take it? I wouldn't say I'm feeling hugely confident, but given how bad things are, I'd rather at least try something than sit around waiting to die. You know what, that's fair enough. You're the top scholars of your day. I trust you are aware that there are countless links between Aaru and the Akasha? Aaru and the Akasha, but... I thought the Akasha was the Academia's greatest technological accomplishment, created years ago by the Dendra Archon to help people access knowledge. And you two, do you not know either? You've read the instruction manual, right? You tell them. Instruction manual. The Akasha has an instruction manual? The Dendra Archon is a kind and thoughtful god indeed. East is set on a shelf in the corner of the House of Dana, not the most popular read. If the manual is to be believed, Aaru was in fact the original inspiration for the Akasha system. What? But there are so few records about Aaru anywhere, and practically none of the scientific expeditions into the desert had anything to do with it. Ah, but this is something you could not possibly have known. You may have heard many stories about the desert, but what is the most important aspect of history? Consider this a quiz. Anyone from Vahamana present? I'm from Vahamana. It's, well, veracity. Wait, is that what it said? Okay. Precisely, and a large part of veracity is the chronological order in which events occur. I may as well tell you, in the beginning, Nabi Malakata, the goddess of flowers, descended upon Sumeru. The glory of the heaven was within her. She brought life, away species, and knowledge to this land. Ah, Nabi Malakata descended upon Sumeru. Then she created the Jinn, enlightening them and ordered them to serve her. 2 other gods also walked upon this land, where wisdom flowed in abundance. The 3 met beneath the great green trees. Oh, that must be the Dendra Archon, technically Ruhidevta, and also Alamar? It was the first and greatest alliance. We should speak with reverence of this covenant between the 3, which transcended both time and life, for they promised that in Sumeru wisdom would be shared with all. Oh, is that where these little lotuses have come from? All the great changes in Sumeru's history began with the goddess of flowers. For King Deshret's sake, she pried into the secrets of Celestia, and for this was burned to ashes by the flames of wrath. So grieved was King Deshret by her passing that he lost all interest in state affairs and devoted himself instead to the knowledge that she had brought back. It was after learning of the technology from that floating island in the sky that he first conceived of Aaru. Oh. And so the Akasha was inspired by Aaru, while the basis for Aaru itself came from Celestia's technology. What if the 2 share a common technological origin, then connecting one system to the other is an entirely feasible idea? Unbelievable. Have you no reference at all for celestial technology? Nope. No, I do, but there's no time for that. The schedule is due out. Blame it on the deadline. Perhaps you could try coming up with our cut-off dates? You know what it's like having to turn around 5 different drafts in one day? I wouldn't wish it on my worst enemy. Wait, perhaps you could try coming up with cut-off dates. Yep, sounds like having to turn around 5 different drafts in one day. Wouldn't wish it on my worst enemy. Yeah, also so Ibis King, you don't plan on getting directly involved at all, do you? Yes, well, you strike us more as having come to give a popular science lecture. Oh wait, does this count as more of a first-hand witness statement? Ahaha, neither. Anyway, this sounds like far too much work for me. Still, if Aaru is so powerful, why didn't King Deshret use it for more ambitious ends? Because it was never fully completed. King Deshret had grand plans, but he perished before they could come to fruition. In the beginning, his wish was to create something that could rival the very world itself. The Lord of Flowers sacrificed everything for that ambition. Wait. What he desired, she bestowed, and thus was knowledge brought into the world. Her courage and sacrifice had to be honoured with the most splendid of monuments, or King Deshret would surely have deemed it a grave injustice. And that monument built from knowledge and technology, etched with a sacrificial and courageous love, even in its unfinished form, it deserves to be treasured. At that time, King Deshret said the following to the Lord of Dendro. Since we share an eternal covenant, I shall never be your enemy. Hence the fruit of wisdom from the heavens is not to be devoured. Remember, it is not that I lack the power to become the enemy of wisdom, yet you and she have taught me much and shown me kindness. For this I cherish you both. In the end, Aaru was only used to store a portion of the souls. It was but a primitive form of the masterwork the king had envisaged. His final hope for Aaru was to return to the past when she yet lived. The point you're making is King Deshret was both powerful and ambitious, and he only sees his imperious ways out of affection for the goddess of flowers and Dendra Archon. You could see this as an act of mercy, but you could also see it as the sentiments that lay between these 3 gods, placing constraints on him. This was, after all, the foundation of the alliance between them. This explains why Aaru was both a prison and a monument, and why the answer to all 3 questions was time. You have to be careful who you get involved with, or you invite all manner of misfortune. This is as true for gods as it is for humans. Love is the same. It is both a prison and a monument. Alright, let us pause the story here for now. Seeing as you've been so diligent, I'll offer you a little help. Okay, wait. Okay. Who's in charge again? Is it you two? Yes, me and him. Now then, close your eyes. Oh, I've seen a meme of this moment. Wisdom hides in the space between the tangible and the intangible. It is to convey the incommunicable through the simplest of mediums. By the power of King Deshra, I shall grant you a glimpse into the unseen secrets that lie at the threshold of existence. Ooh? Where did this come from? Is it a new mechanism? It looks more like some form of externalized information. You've rendered it visible. Just as the Akasha allows you to access a greater range of knowledge, the power of our king permits one to perceive ingenuities that do not belong to this world. This is no ordinary mechanism, it reflects the internal structure of Aaru. Whether you choose to increase or decrease, keep or discard, come use these to achieve the outcome you desire. It's mechanical to me, better let me handle it, just in case. But wait, how do I get up there? And around. Ah, so that's where the elevator is. Ooh. Ooh, I don't like the glitching. That's scary.
Thanks for watching, everyone. If you've enjoyed the video, make sure to like and subscribe. If you'd like to see me play live, then check out my Twitch channel. You can find me on Wednesdays and Sundays at 8 PM GMT. Thanks again, and have a great day.